kicks off with this really powerful line, and it's framed almost like a letter you're writing to your future self. It just sets the tone perfectly, you know? This isn't about quick fixes or some life hack. It's about making those core choices right now that are going to pay off for years and years to come.
And that is the goal. A life where things feel stable, not constantly strained. Where your days are guided by your own clear intentions instead of just chaotic reactions to everything happening around you. It's a life that's been carefully constructed, not just stumbled into. So the big question is, where do we even start building? Well, it all starts from the inside out. See, before you can build lasting relationships or a meaningful career, you've got to lay a strong personal foundation. This is all the internal work that ends up supporting everything else you do. And this really gets to the core choice we all have to make pretty much every day. On one side, you've got the constant pull of urgency, that feeling that you have to do everything right now. But on the other side, you have alignment, taking a second to make sure your actions actually line up with your values. The blueprint is super clear on this. One path leads to strain, and the other leads to genuine stability. So what does choosing alignment actually look like? Well, it's about leaning into these core beliefs. It's truly understanding that those small, consistent efforts you make every day really do add up. It's recognizing that the most important work isn't always loud or flashy. No, it's done quietly, day in and day out. And maybe most importantly, it's about treating your own peace of mind not like some luxury, but as a real, tangible form of wealth. And this all hinges on the one resource that makes everything possible: time. The blueprint here reframes time not as something you just manage, but as life itself. Every single hour is a piece of your life that you're investing somewhere. The whole point is to invest it deliberately, put it into the things that truly matter. Okay, so once you've got that internal foundation set, the blueprint shows us how to start building outward. Now we can create a framework for how we actually engage with the world and all the people in it. This is where we move from just believing something internally to taking action externally. And the source gives us this simple but seriously powerful 3-step cycle. It's not complicated, but it is profound. First, you listen. And I mean really listen, to understand, not just to figure out what you're going to say next. Second, you speak your own truth with clarity. And third, you make sure that your actions actually match up with your words and your intentions. And here is the payoff when you practice that cycle. When you listen deeply and speak clearly, understanding gets there first. You basically stop misunderstandings before they can even start. That means your connections don't need constant fixing because you're building them on a strong foundation from the get-go. And of course, this framework is maybe most powerful when it comes to our most important relationships. So this next part of the blueprint is all about building a partnership that doesn't just survive the ups and downs, but one that actually flourishes. These are the tangible, everyday habits that create an environment where trust can really grow. We're talking about the small things, showing respect every single day, staying curious about your partner instead of assuming you know everything, appreciating them often. But it's also about taking care of the relationship itself, resting together without feeling guilty, celebrating wins, and always, always moving forward as a team. This right here really gets to the heart of it all. A deep, lasting love isn't something you just get lucky and stumble upon. According to this blueprint, it's something you actively choose and build every single day through these intentional habits. And the result of all this intentional work, first in yourself and then in your partnership, is a life that just feels calm. It feels supportive and expansive. It's a life where you have this sense of emotional safety, this quiet confidence that comes from knowing you're building something truly meaningful together. So let's tie this all together. From our personal foundation, to our actions, to our deep connections, every single piece of this blueprint is really about one core idea: choosing the long game over those short-term wins. And this, right here, is the ultimate takeaway. A truly beautiful, fulfilling life is not an accident. It's the direct result of showing up day after day, making clear choices, and committing to build things well, not just fast. It's the sum of 1,000 tiny, deliberate decisions. So, as we wrap this up, the blueprint leaves us with this one question, and it shifts the focus from just learning about the plan to actually using it. So, looking at your own life right now, what's the very first brick, that first small intentional choice that you're going to lay?